It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
Rain tacos out in the street. Tacos, all you can eat. Lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos. Yum, 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 yum. It's like a dream. Yum, 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 yum. From your sour cream.
Cheese.
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos. Raining tacos. It's raining tacos.
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos.
Raining tacos. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to
Today, I'm testing out 3 viral slime trends to see if they really are worth the hype. First up, we're gonna try making rainbow slime. To make it, I just split up this clear slime in 6 different parts and dyed them all different.
If someone were to break into your house,
Today, I'm testing Today, I'm opening up super realistic food slime kits to see if they're actually worth it. Hit subscribe and let's get started. Okay, so I have more slime from GT Creation Slime. If you don't know them, they basically sell super realistic food slime kits, and they actually gifted me these. I've seen so many of these on Instagram, and I cannot wait to test them out. And the first one I'm starting off with is this cookie skillet kit. This came super securely packaged in bubble wrap, and it even comes with a real metal skillet, which I was really impressed with. For some reason, I don't know why, but I kind of thought this might just be plastic, but it was the real deal. I was absolutely obsessed with this packaging. I feel like it's kind of a mock-up of the Nestle Toll House cookie dough, and I really couldn't wait to get into this. I don't know why, but for some reason I kind of had it in my head that it was going to be pre-made and then you just put it in the skillet. So I was kind of confused by the bags, but I was actually glad because it's way more fun to actually make something. There was a white bag that felt a little bit more like clay, and then there was a brown bag with something that was a little bit more soft, and there was also a tiny little other brown bag with something that looked just like chocolate sauce. At the very bottom of the container were the most realistic chocolate chip charms I think I've ever seen, and I was so intrigued to see what the cookie would look like once it was finished, considering everything already looks so realistic. So at first, with this brown bag of slime, I thought it was kind of an ingredient, so you mixed it with the white clay. So that's why I got this bowl out to take it out and mix everything together. But once I'd opened it up, I kind of realized that the slime was pretty much done. I didn't actually realize, but looking at the website photos, there's a scoop of ice cream that goes on top of it. So instead of mixing the white clay into this, that's what it's for. So in a way, it kind of is just like assembling things pre-made, but you're still constructing it, and there are different elements to it. I got the skillet out ready to press the cookie dough into it, and I feel like I haven't really mentioned much about the texture of the cookie dough, but it was so smooth. They definitely got the texture of this right. I think it's kind of like a butter slime with a little bit of snow and stuff in, and they also got the color exactly perfect. Now this is in, of course it's not going to be a chocolate chip cookie dough skillet without the chocolate chips, so I'm adding these super realistic chocolate chips. How many times am I going to say chocolate chips? Anyway, I just placed the chocolate chips onto the cookie dough and tried to put them in like a somewhat realistic pattern. Once they were on, it was time to open up the white clay. Now this didn't come with a mold to make it look like ice cream, so I'm assuming they're kind of just hoping that you can make it with your hands. But the texture of this isn't really what I expected. It's definitely a lot more slime-like than like clay, so I feel like I'd struggle to make it look like a real ice cream scoop without a mold, and thankfully I have one. I rolled it up into a ball, then gently pressed it into the mold. There was actually a little bit too much slime or clay in here, so it took a little while to fix that and just make it look right before I rolled the edges of the mold and popped it out. I really love how this contrasts so much from the cookie dough, and I put it right in the middle of the skillet and actually had to move one of the chocolate chips. Now that was done, it was time to move on to the final step, which is putting on the chocolate syrup. One thing about this company is that they really do know how to make a slime look like sauce, and this just looks so realistic and glossy. I kind of just drizzled it over the top of the skillet, and it was looking so good. I just felt like it missed something. But then I realized it was pretty obvious what it needed, and that was some sprinkles. Now these didn't come with the kit and they're my own, but I just feel like they make this look a little more special. And literally every dessert looks better when there are sprinkles on top of it. Now it was completed, it was time to mix it all together, and this was so satisfying. Not only are you mixing all the colors together, but you're mixing all the different textures from the sauce, the ice cream, and then the cookie base. And it formed this really kind of smooth and chunky texture from the chocolate chips and the sprinkles. I really love that once you've mixed everything together in this kit, it still looks like cookie dough. Because usually with these type of kits, once it's mixed, it doesn't really look like the food anymore. And I really love that I can just keep adding more and more sprinkles, and this is still going to look like cookie dough. Okay, so now we're moving on to their newest kit and the one that I am most excited for, which is this birthday cake kit. This came with 2 different containers. In the first one was a ton of different sprinkles and also a birthday cake candle, which is a really cute touch and makes this look super realistic. And in the second bubble wrapped container was the actual birthday cake, which is basically a light yellow, super thick and kind of creamy cloud cream slime, which again definitely looks just like cake batter. Not only did this look super realistic, but it smelled so good. I've never had a birthday cake scent smell like this before. It was kind of fruity, but also smelled realistic enough to smell like cake, and I could not wait to assemble this. The first thing I need to do is split it into 2, and then use the container the slime came in to make the discs of cake. This is a really great way of doing this, because it's utilizing the container by basically just pressing the slime into it, then squeezing the edges and popping the cake out. This was actually surprisingly easy to do, and it really did make the perfect cake layer. I repeated this again for the second layer of cake. This is only a 2-layered cake, and for some reason this cake did not want to come out the container, but I eventually got it out. I'm following the instructions for this kit. I feel like you definitely don't have to, and you could make your own design, but I did want it to look like theirs because it looked so good. The instructions tell you to pour the sprinkles out onto the table, then roll the edges of the cake in the sprinkles to give it this super cute sprinkled cake edge that actually looks really similar to the Milk Bar cakes. Now both of these were done, it was time to assemble them, but before I could assemble them, I felt like this needed a base, so I'm just using an old slime container to put this on while I decorate it. Before I can start decorating it though, I needed to get the icing ready. I have never seen a slime kit that actually comes with a pre-filled slime piping bag before. To get this ready, you basically just cut the inside of the inner piping bag and then squeeze that out the nozzle. The texture of this was so unique. It was like a really non-sticky clay that was hard enough to stay in place but soft enough to squeeze out. I love baking anyway, so doing this to me was just so relaxing, and I was really enjoying myself doing this. I placed the top layer of cake on top and then kind of tried to do a pattern around the edge, which I didn't think looked very good. So I ended up kind of just smoothing it out on my fingers, then using a knife to spread it around on top, and decided to absolutely cover the top of the cake with sprinkles. This looks so cute, but I wasn't going to leave it like this. I still wanted to give it kind of a piped edge. So just around the edge of the cake, I tried to do little dollops all around. This is sped up footage, but this did take a while, and I'm really happy with how they looked. Now, most people would consider this done, but you guys probably know I'm a little extra, so I decided to add these little cherries onto every other spike, just to kind of give it a little vintage cake look. Now, I really loved how this looked, and I was so excited to mix it. I just kind of wish that I put a little bit more cream in the middle, but with the candle on top, it did look complete, and I was so ready to mix this. I thought the cookie was satisfying to mix, but this was on a whole different level, because the icing and the sprinkles and the cake all had such different textures. I really want to know how they made the icing for this, because I've never felt anything this light and airy, but also not sticky. I really loved how this turned out, and I really would like to do another one of these and decorate it a whole different way, because I just have so many ideas, but maybe I can do that as a video series.
Touch.
Treat.
Good boy. All right, that's enough for the day.
Wait. I think it's time you get me pet insurance. Based on my extensive research, Lemonade Pet Insurance.
Next up, we have the first savory food slime kit of the video, and this is tteokbokki. I've never tried this, but I've seen so many people eat it online, and I was so excited to recreate it with slime. I opened up the kit, and it was a similar situation to the cookie dough with lots of bags in there. There was a white bag with some slime, and then a red bag with some slime. I wasn't sure what these textures were. I was thinking kind of ices or jellies, and there were a few other little things along with this chili pepper. To start with, I'm going to use the powder and just sprinkle it on the table to make sure that the white slime doesn't stick. The white slime is made so that I can make the rice cake part of this, and to make this realistic, I needed to roll this out into these kind of strips and then cut them up. Now, as I said, I haven't had this before, so if this doesn't look right, please let me know in the comments, but I just rolled them up into the strips like I said and then cut them up. The videos I saw of this online, they had slight angles to the cut, so that's what I tried to recreate, and once they were all done, I went in with my hands and then kind of just tried to remold them to make them look as realistic as possible. Now that these are all done, I was so excited to start assembling these. There were actually so many of them. For the next step, we're going to get the skillet out and then the red slime. Once I'd opened it up, I realized that it was a jelly slime texture, and it felt so nice. I spread just a thin layer of this on the base of the skillet to make it look like they were covered in sauce, and then gently placed in all of the little rice cake slimes. It's sometimes a little nerve-wracking making these kits because you really can't undo things. Now these were all in, I needed to put the rest of the sauce
Guys, have you ever experienced this? You are playing a video game and you are almost about to win and then your ping is 1000? Like, bro, why can't the Wi-Fi go at literally any time other than me gaming? When you say this problem to your parents, they always say, good. Hello? What do you mean by good? I'm here crying about slow Wi-Fi and you're throwing a party? Like and subscribe if you want.
Alright, that's 50.
Class, today's your last day of school! Shut up! You're gonna be back here next year!
Building random lines in Minecraft to see what song Spotify gives me. So, I've never done this before. Let's see what I get.
Can't the future just wait? Can't the deadlines come fashionably late? I could push every goal back, take control.
Do I really have...
If you come in on the pink sheep and use the soundproof you did it.
Hey Fab, I'ma kill you. Lyrics coming at you with supersonic speed. JJ Fab. Hey Fab, I'ma kill you. Lyrics coming.
Show me the reason you have no money.
Today, my mom and I were playing Roblox together. Just laughing, joking, having...
Drinking warm water. Good night, John. Good night, George. Good night, Ringo.
Good night, Paul.
Eric, pronounce this.
1999.